The Scoop Award honors outstanding work in any media where a journalist or journalists were first to report new information of regional or national importance. The finalists are
Alana Cole and Carolyn Bargout of CBC News Manitoba for Teens in CFS Care in Winnipeg hotels say they've seen prostitution and drugs. After the murder of Tina Fontaine, a teen housed in a hotel by Manitoba's troubled Child and Family Services system, reporters Caroline Bargout and Alana Cole revealed that using hotels for at-risk youth was common, despite a promise by the NDP government to stop the practice. Many kids were witnessing drug use and prostitution while in CFS Care.
Just to go find someone on the street, maybe, to drink.
Murdoch was just 13 years old when Child and Family Services was first called in. She says while in CFS Care, depending on the social worker, there was often a lack of communication.
I'd get a lecture and they drop me off at home, and that was about it. I wouldn't hear from them again.
Placing children in hotels is not our priority. It's our priority to keep them safe. And in some instances, that is the only option we have.
The Capri Motel is one of the places Child and Family Services believes is a safe place to house kids in care. But some of the teens who were placed there say they were introduced to drugs, prostitution, and johns during their stay.
If I was in care, I probably wouldn't have known what any of those drugs are, honestly.
Rick McIntosh and Michael Drapak of CBC News, The National, for how synthetic identity fraud costs Canada $1 billion a year. Synthetic fraud is on the rise in Canada. False identities created out of thin air and used to get driver's licenses, bank accounts, even credit cards, allowing criminals to do infinite mischief. CBC News' The National convinced police and credit agencies reluctant to talk publicly about the explosive growth of synthetic fraud to open up for the first time.
Like these two. They brought synthetic fraud to the attention of Canada's largest police force 5 years ago after strolling into this Toronto bank. On the right is the handler. He's managing the scam. To his left, call him the face. Come to get a bank account and a credit card in the name of Mr. Murad Ali. It went so well, here he is a month later now calling himself Fraz Ali at the very same bank. Synthetic fraudsters need nerve and luck. Theirs ran out when a sharp teller recognized Ali two names.
Laurie Graham, Tina Ramito, and Philip Ling of CTV News for NDPs' alleged misuse of public funds. CTV News' months-long investigation showed the federal NDP was using public funds for partisan purposes, a violation of rules governing elections in Canada. There were partisan mail-outs to ridings, partisan party offices, all paid for by taxpayers. Though the NDP denied wrongdoing and attacked Laurie Graham's reports, they were later ordered to repay millions.
NDP leader Tom Mulcair takes questions from reporters every day, but today it turned testy.
This just in, there is a dictionary, and the word amended means changed.
And when the questions about allegations over a misuse of parliamentary funds persisted,
we have respected the rules every step of the way. You know that.
Mulcair went on the attack, especially when asked whether Elections Canada was investigating the NDP for using public funds to pay for partisan mailings.
That is a complete fabrication. You just made that up.
Andrew McIntosh and Felix Seguin of Le Journal de Montréal, Agence QMI, Québécois Media, for Nouvelle Révélation Troublante sur le policier Ripu Ian Davidson. In 2011 and 2012, the story of how a retired criminal intelligence officer was caught trying to sell names of confidential Montreal police informants to the mafia had been a huge scandal. Police claimed the sale was never completed, informants never identified. But an exhaustive investigation by Andrew McIntosh and Felix Seguin proved there'd been a massive security breach and plenty of information had been compromised. Kim Bolan of the Vancouver Sun for Cartel Connection. Digging into the case of Ariel Seguin, a Vancouver man facing extradition to the U.S. on money laundering charges, Kim Boland discovered the man had been working for a Mexican drug cartel right in Metro Vancouver. Her investigation revealed the criminal activities of these notorious cartels in Canada and how they are collaborating with local organized crime.